Hello, it's Elizabeth here, your presenter with Giants Tarot on December 21, part 2. December being the month of perseverance. And we're in the very last day of the Sagittarius Temperance time, which has run from November 23 to December 21. And we're in the last day of the last decanate, the last 10-day decanate of Sagittarius Temperance, which is and has been the Ten of Wands. I'm going to read both Temperance and the Ten of Wands after I've read to you the Psalm for today, which is Psalm 21, according to the 1611 King James Bible. In the back, they have the Psalms for each day of the year. Away we go. Psalm 21, for the choir director, a psalm of David. O Lord, in your strength the king will be glad, and in your salvation how greatly he will rejoice. You have given him his heart's desire, and you have not withheld the request of his lips. And after that word it's got Selah. For you meet him with the blessings of good things. You set a crown of fine gold on his head. He asked life of you. You gave it to him, length of days forever and ever. His glory is great through your salvation, splendor and majesty you place upon him. For you make him most blessed forever. You make him joyful with gladness in your presence. For the king trusts in the Lord, and through the loving kindness of the Most High, he will not be shaken. Your hand will find out all your enemies. Your right hand will find out those who hate you. You will make them as a fiery oven in the time of your anger. The Lord will swallow them up in his wrath, and fire will devour them. Their offspring you will destroy from the earth, and their descendants from among the sons of men. Though they intended evil against you and devised a plot, they will not succeed, for you will make them turn their back. You will aim with your bowstrings at their faces. Be exalted, O Lord, in your strength. We will sing and praise your power. And I'll read to you Sagittarius 3 for the 21st. Each of these, the 12 disciples or apostles, had a direct relationship to a sign of the zodiac, and so I'm going to start bringing that in, but that's why I'm putting it after the psalm, because it sort of fits in there. However, Sagittarius, 3rd division. Yours is one of the brightest divisions of the zodiac. It is filled with promise and potential, and all you have to do is use them. This doesn't mean you are guaranteed prominence or power or fame. It means only that they are within your reach if you have the will to grasp for them. For you are a leader, enthusiastic, dependable, competent, and unmindful of yourself. Good on you. Okay, so we'll read Temperance now. No, we won't. We'll read the Ten of Wands, because this is the last day of that one. Here I am, rustling the papers, because I'm a news reader, and the news that's breaking today is the 21st of December. The Ten of Wands. Here we see the journeyman carrying a big load, on his way to a settlement not too far away. He knows he can get there if he will focus and strive the best he can. His arms are wrapped around 10 wands, all sprouting, all alive, all can survive and be replanted. His head, what is that noise here? Yeah. His head is part of the apparatus that is carrying it all, lodged into the bundle, helping to hold everything in place. His eyes can squint through the load. He can see the settlement up ahead. His nose can smell the wands. They're still fresh. His ears hear the rustle and grind of the timbers he carries, and also his measured footsteps. Step, 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 step. How many more? Not too many. At least it's not raining. The sky is clear and the ground ahead is open. Step, 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 measured steps. Almost home. By golly, almost there. So this is the image of the Ten of Wands. Have you been there and done that? Of course you have. The Ten of Wands appears to be a solitary event for a solitary journeyman, but it is actually a complex set of realities. Every project you finalise, every plan you bring to fruition, every great idea you make an actuality brings you to a new reality. As you successfully finalise, you instigate a new phenomenon. It's like they say, energy is never destroyed, it is transferred. Everything for humans is building. We create structures in all our endeavours, and the Ten of Wands is all about what happens next. It is a card of success. It is. Who gets to carry 10 big wands home? Not many people. It has taken a lot of time, planning, work and belief to get this far. Maybe one person is responsible for the big win of this Ten of Wands. Maybe it's been a group effort. But the Ten of Wands is treasure. Can now be used for many things. Shelter, firewood, to make tools, limbo dancing rods and flagpoles. Walking with the journeyman, we hear his controlled breathing. Boy, he really is concentrating on his task. Well, he has to. It's only temporary. Once he's home, he can put it all down and rest. But then he will have to do the next thing with the Ten of Wands. The journeyman cogitates as he trudges along. He's planning what happens next after he's got the load home. He's got to build a shed and a good workbench. He's got to graft some fruit trees onto one or two of the wands, which must be cut to size for that. He can plant several new wands from cuttings and make an orchard of building stock timbers. He can throw a party when it's all done, put up a flag and get the neighbours around, and limbo rock through the night while a fire burns nicely with some of the old timbers lying around the place, which are no longer needed because of the new stock just arrived. With each inhalation and each exhalation, he is planning the people he will involve in all these new activities, which will expand the environment and possibilities they all currently share. He's steeling himself for the loud protestations of his brother, who will tell him he's mad and it won't work. His wife, who will roll her eyes at the amount of cooking to do. His uncle, who's going to interfere and want everything done the old way. His sister, who will tell him it's super and how can she help? Oh, breathe in, breathe out, stay calm. It will work. It will all work. But get home first. Get home safe. All that comes next. He's got to get home. It's urgent. He's got to be home by nightfall or be prey to robbers who troll the highways when it's dark. He's excited about the future. He'll go and see Harry next door. Harry will help. So will Harry's son. Actually, if Harry and his son wanted to come out later this week, they can get another 20 or 40 wands and turn the settlement into a fancy city. Yeah, well, breathe for now. Breathe and step. Breathe and step. Step. Maybe one of these wands can make a sort of a carrying tray. And if they get Harry's brother to help, they can bring back 100 wands. It's responsibility. It's a big dream, but it is so worthwhile. It could change everything. Everyone would be better off. Imagine the pride and joy, the magnitude of it all. Everything's going to be absolutely fabulous. All he's got to do is get the Ten of Wands home. It's taken everything he's got to do this big task before dark. He's got to keep it all together, and his arms are so sore, and his back hurts. His face is scratched and his hands are bleeding. Hey, journeyman, keep going. Don't stop. Don't give in. Hold steady. Hold the line. You are on the verge of elevating your life, your community, into a brand new day. It will take involvement for others to bring it all to a successful close, but you've never been this close before to such a sensational dream, and it is so worth having. And now we'll look at the very last day of temperance. The astrological year waltzes forward, and having negotiated Scorpio's major arcana card, Death, we now encounter Sagittarius and its emblem, Temperance. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, promising expansion and blessings. Perhaps early in the temperance time, expansion may not be immediately evident, but by gee, the blessings invariably feel close by. At this light-hearted mini-moment, it is wise to note that after temperance, the waltz of the astrological year will hurdy-gurdy right into the time of Capricorn's the devil. I'm just saying. Because the image of temperance shows an angel with one foot in clear water and the other on a dry bank, pouring liquid back and forth between two vessels. Time on earth is an expedition of sorts. Each morning we wake and begin a new day in a group or also individual passage through time, space and geography, leading each one of us to an eventual rest and sleep again, ready for the next day. Whether or not you find this earth expedition to be a trek through madness or a magnificent voyage through history and consciousness, we can nod at the various signposts along the way. In the realm of tarot, temperance is a signpost on the expedition. It displays a distinctive symbolic design. Temperance is a parable, a metaphor, an allegory. Temperance stops to think, blend, process, save, prepare. Sagittarius is a mutable sign. It does not lead and it is not fixed. It examines and ascertains energies. It operates from being sure. The number 14, the number of temperance, warns against karmic backlashes for hasty actions. Care is needed, and temperance is showing care. All that said, placing temperance into a sort of historical time frame, now let's dive into the eddies and currents of those waters being sloshed from one vessel to the other. The questions Sagittarius asks, the seeming lack of respect for tact they display, the hilarity beyond the guffaw. We laugh with Sagittarius because they are so damn insightful. Half horse and half man? Yeah. Sagittarius gallops through the demure living room of your structured education, ancient good manners, one-dimensional insights, confused memories, things that are now recently proving to be untrue, and announces new realities loudly in your demure living room. Temperance sloshes not only the immediate past and the immediate future of death and the devil. Temperance does a cocktail bartender whiz-bang number on everything. Are you ready? The half horse and half man is in your demure living room. It must be acknowledged that temperance endeavours to balance the energies of death and the upcoming devil. The symbology of the card itself is blatant. An angel using two vessels to blend ingredients, be they physical or spiritual. Temperance is inserted into the snapshot of the expedition as we individually and collectively journey. We blend and mix the memories of yesterday with the realities of today, and we try to plan for what is ahead, based upon what we have learned and what is now coming to light. The beginning of each new day gives us that experience. We wake up each day and arm ourselves with what we have learned, believing it is what we know, hoping it is the truth. Perhaps at the end of each day we've learned that some things are actually not true. So we have learned something else, that learning and deduction takes time. It's as human beings, Our expedition is a constant pursuit of harmony. Temperance is major arcana. Major arcana energies are brought to us by higher forces. Man must journey through these symbolic times and do the best we can. If Leo be the kindergarten teacher, Sagittarius is the university professor. Be grateful for this time. Between approximately November 23 and December 21, the human race glimpses the splendour of alchemy. The colours for today are all shades of blue with a bit of white. That's it, folks. There must be some ideas here to make you or help you have a very successful day. And I hand it over to you. Take charge of your very successful day. Love yous. Bye.